Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm an old guy gaming, and this is our Dead is Dead Project Eden Alpha 11.5 series. And as you can see, I'm still alive, though I did just get my ass bit by a spider upstairs, up above, topside, on the ground. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so those are ready to pick. Look at that. Okay, it's time for us to make some, get some rations going. Anyway, I'll do that in a minute. So, I'm going along, putting up the rest of the towers, and I did decide to put towers on all 4 points, just because, you know, if the Xerax attack from the other directions, I wanted full coverage, right? Okay, so I erected that tower there. I got those, that's one I did in the last episode. I finished that one. I started working on that one, excuse me, and got a cannon on top and one minigun on the side, and then it wouldn't let me place another one. And I'm kind of trying to figure out, okay, what the hell? Why doesn't it let me place another one? Then it occurred to me, oh, I should probably check the CPU on the base. And so I looked at it, and we're like way over. Like we're only at 18% efficiency level right now, which is bad. And so, you know, I haven't up to this point had to consider base building with CPU. It's always just been, you know, the vessels that we've worked on, or the vessel. Well, no, I guess we did make a couple hover vessels too, or one. So before we do anything else, we've got to upgrade the CPU on the base. So that's what we're gonna do, and then I want to finish out those towers and get started on making some rations. So let's do the rations first. So I'm going to connect to the fridge, which is already really full. I think it's probably okay. And let's pick all this fruit. And the first thing we want to do is we want to make one more fruit seedling, so we can finish out that row. Okay, so really, yeah, we're gonna have to make another refrigerator, aren't we? All right, let's do that first. If it isn't one thing, it's another. Well, we need to do that anyway. So let's see, we gotta go to base, and we want to queue up another refrigerator. While that's going on, let's go over here and make one more space orange sprout. Well, actually, it'll make two, but we just need one more for that spot there. Okay. Let's disconnect and see if we can just hold the rest in our inventory. I probably dropped when it said I couldn't hold anymore. Did I drop anything? I don't see a little container doohickey down below, so either I dropped it and it already disappeared, or it didn't pick it or something. I don't know. Man, those space oranges grew faster than I thought they were going to. Let's not pick that stuff right now. Okay, so grab the refrigerator out of the output. That needs to go back into my inventory. And let's just stick it right up here. Like so. And this is now going to be, let's do a group here. Group. There we go. Okay, and then we'll call this one output. Whoops. Oh my goodness, learn how to type. Actually, I know how to type. I just am typing sideways at an angle on a highly sensitive mechanical keyboard. That's what it is. At least that's what I like to tell myself. Okay, and now this will become input. All right, and then we want to move stuff over from input to output. So let's do base in fridge input. Oh, you know what? Let's name this fridge input. That way we know. It's just easier at a glance to tell that this is the fridge and not the normal output, right? Okay, so base fridge input and base fridge output. There we go. Okay, so anything that's a finished product will go in here. we might have to do a separate medical. Eventually, we will have to do a separate medical on top of everything else. Okay, so that's a finished product. No, that's an intermediate product. That's a finished product. That's a finished product. I think everything else in there is an intermediate product or a starting product. Okay, now let's move the rest of our stuff into here that we picked. And then we need to assign this to the fridge output. Fridge output. There we go. Okay. So that fixes that. Let's grab one of these. The other one we don't really need, but I guess we'll just throw it in here for now. Hate to throw it away. It's such a pain in the butt to get those in the first place. Boom. Okay. Garden is completely 100% planted. No, actually I take that back. It's not 100% planted. We got a few more slots there for other stuff. Or maybe some overflow for the ration ingredients, because that's all I'm really worried about for now. All right, now we should be able to go here and we should be able to start producing rations. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Okay, let's get those queued up. Of course, we're not going to make 40 out of that batch, but we'll just get them queued up. Okay, now CPU time. So first thing we got to do is we have 9 point. Oh my goodness, that might be a problem. That might be a problem. That's why I don't like to spend my points until I actually need them. But 7, right? Oh, we made it. Okay. I was a little confused. Does that mean 7 points or level 7? But it means 7 points. Okay. That's good. Now, do we have the stuff we need to make that extender? T2 extender. We do. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. See, it needs 4 flux coils. I was tempted to use my 10 remaining flux coils to also upgrade this to an advanced constructor, and I thought to myself, you should probably not do that because you might need those flux coils for something else. Case in point. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see here. We need to eat. Let's chow down on that can of beans there. And then we'll top it off with some cheese, because who doesn't like cheese with their beans? And let's also have some, I would say, you know, that looks like squash. That looks like some kind of winter squash, which I like winter squash. So that's good stuff too, especially if you put a little brown sugar and butter on it. It's damn good, man. Damn good. Okay. So now our food is all taken care of, and it's already starting to go back down. You gotta love those hard mode settings, man. So now let's grab our extender. Oh, is it still making? It's still, oh, geez, that takes a while. Okay, hard mode settings. All right, so I guess whilst we're waiting for that, we need to start thinking about, maybe, let's look at our power. Let's look at our power. How's our power doing? So name, solar, oxygen, power, fuel. Okay, we don't have any solar power yet. We will. 229. Where does it tell me what the power efficiency stuff is? I thought that was it here. Oh, here we go. I was scrolled down. Okay, so max output is 2.5 K 1,000 power units. I think that's what that means. And consumption is 1.97. But with all those turrets going off at the same time, if they do, which they could, and the extension, you know, the CPU extension addition, I'm thinking we're going to probably need another generator. And we could just make a T1 generator and be done with it, and that would last us probably forever. Maybe. I don't know. What the hell? Are you done or not? Jeez Louise! Waiting for frickin' Christmas? Christmas is coming up in 10 days from now. It's December 15th. Oh, boy. Okay, so here, let's go over here. Can we make a T1 generator, or do we have a T1 generator? You know what? If I did have one, I doubt I would have brought it with me. I probably would have melted it down. Let's just look, though. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, I don't see anything in there for a T1, so I want to make it in the advanced constructor because it's going to be faster. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? There. Finally. Okay. So now, go to base, go to components. A T1 Genie, I don't think I'm going to have the points to make one. Let's just see what those points are until we, you know, hit the next level. So base. Where the hell's it at? I probably passed it up, huh? Here. Yeah, 14 points. Not going to happen. So let's just make a small Jenny, another small Jenny. We'll probably put it on top of this one, and we'll move the ammo box somewhere else for the time being. I guess we could put it over here. It's supposed to be our food area, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get the generator making up first. Okay. Then what we want to do is we want to go to the let's just go to the output there, and we'll go to the ammo box here, and we'll throw everything over that way. Pick that sucker up. Am I connected to anything? No, I'm not. So that would have gone in my own inventory, which is fine. Okay, let's flip that around there, and yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I mean, because, you know, having ammunition in your kitchen is not a bad idea. That's a normal, everyday thing, isn't it? It sure is in 7 Days to Die. You find lots of ammo and sinks in that game. One of my all-time favorite beloved games. You guys probably know this, but if you don't, I also play 7 Days to Die and have actually 2 series going on right now on the YouTube channel, in addition to my beloved space game here in Empyrion. So check it out if you want to, if you like that game. Some people do, some don't. I love it. Okay, what are we doing? We need to get the ammo back in the ammo box. That's what we're doing. So let's go to here, and we'll go base output. And throw all that ammo back in there. Okay, there's our second small Jenny. We just pop that sucker right up there. Okay, now let's take a look at our power. So now we have 5,000 power units, or yeah, I think that's what that means. And we're only using 472. So we should be fine with those 2 Jennies for quite some time on this base. I think we'll be good. All right, now we got to figure out where we're going to put this big old hunker. Is that thing, can we... Oh, that's not that big. That's not that big at all. It's only 1 block. How about right there? How about right there? Does that work? Okay, now what's our CPU looking like? Huzzah! Look at that. Look at that. Back to 100% efficiency. And we have a little bit more to play with. So the next question I have for myself is that why I couldn't put that last turret, or have we reached some kind of turret limit? I was kind of looking around a little bit in the stats to see if there was something that said, hey, yo, you've put the maximum number of guns on your base. That's not anything I've run into. Well, okay, this is a single player game, but there is the limitation where you can only have, you know what? I'll bet you I have reached that limit. Have I? Here, let's go back over to this tower that we've been working on. If that's the case, we're going to have to rethink our strategy here a little bit. Okay, so nope, we got to connect to... Output. There. Nope, it's not letting me place it. So we must have reached some kind of a maximum amount of guns that you can have on a base. So it is not based upon my CPU. Okay. I know that you know, there is a max limit you know, of guns and types of guns you can have on ships, and I guess we've just reached that for the base too. I don't exactly agree with that for single player. I mean, because it just, I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that for single player. That's all I'm going to say about it. Certainly understand why we would do that for multiplayer. But for single player, I should be able to do whatever the hell I want in a single player game. And there's probably some setting I can override. In fact, I'm sure there is. All right. Well, let's just work with it. Let's just work with it. So what I'm going to do in this case then is I have a cannon on top of there. We'll build the fourth tower, and we'll just put a cannon because then what that'll do is that'll at least give us coverage above the canopy as the ships are approaching. And then, you know, when they get down below, we've got the, you know, we got the ones that we put on those towers. You know what we could do? We could just have one on each stem. Because we also have the 4 guns down here, too. Oh, that's damaged. That's damaged. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. So what we'll do is we'll just have one gun on each retreat blocks. On each tower. Okay, that just gives us better coverage, I think, all the way around. Huh. That doesn't, you know, I mean, if I was going to make this base larger, and if I was in a PvP situation, that doesn't seem like a whole lot of guns. You know, if you built a really big base and you needed to defend it. Unless I'm running into some other limitation that I'm not aware of. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if you know what's going on here. Okay, so yeah, that's what we'll do for now. We'll just have one gun on the side of each tower. That way we have pretty even Steven coverage all the way around. And you know, when I said I don't know that I agree with that with single player, I do and I don't. I guess if you're playing a survival game, a single player survival game, it does make more sense to have those kind of limitations, because otherwise, you know, I could plop down 1,000 guns on my base and there's just no, you know, there's no risk. I do get that. I just, you know, it just irritates me when developers make massive, significant changes in games that, you know, and their focus is just on PvP, and they don't consider how it affects the single player, you know, or the PvE player. And, you know, Ark Survival Evolved is notorious for that. And that's another survival game I absolutely love. And I've got over 2,000 hours into that game. I haven't played it in a while, but I do. And, you know, the same thing. They would make changes to that game that would screw over the PvE player or the solo player in favor of trying to make it work for PvP. And just, that's so irritating. So that's kind of where that's coming from, you know, when I said that. But I do kind of get it though too. I mean, there does have to be some limitation and some challenge. Let's see, what are we doing? We are gonna build the next tower. So that means we've got to go in here, and we got to connect to the general storage so that we can put our blocks back down here. And yeah, I think that's all we need to do for that. Now let's stand over here. I don't want to stand on the ground because there's spiders all over the place. Here, we'll stand right on top of the cannon. And alright, so we want to go 20 blocks out from the base of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that going to work? I didn't think so. Okay. Yeah, we were too high up, so pick that up. We gotta get down lower. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. What in the hell? Oh, those blocks were there. They were just invisible. They were just invisible. Okay, I get it. I get it. Sometimes when you extend blocks out and the last one falls off, the other block's placed, but you can't see them. See, I told you there's spiders all around. There's one trying to eat me right now. All right, let's try this again. I'm not sure what my count is. It's either 10 or 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're at 9 blocks out. And that... Oh, man. That stupid plant's in the way. Okay, where's that damn spider? I hear him. I smell him. Where are you at, you little bastard? Okay, well, can we reach this from here? Oh, I was hitting the ground. There we go. So why aren't you breaking, man? Okay. I've lost count again. Thanks to that spider, so we got to do it again. My brain just can't hold that information for very long. That's what happens when you get old. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're at 9. There's 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is where the base of our tower is going to be, right there. Okay, let's upgrade these to armored concrete. Just those two. And then let's go out to the tower. Should be high enough there for Spidey not to eat me. Okay, and then we're just going to pull these back up. That tree's going to have to go. Well, actually it doesn't have to go. We can leave it there. Oh, yep, it's got to go. Am I hitting it? Guess we have to be down here. I don't care about getting rid of the small trees. I just don't want to get rid of the big ones. All right, let's go on up. Moving on up. Just want to go up above the canopy here. That's probably... yeah, let's take it down 1 block. Whoops. There we go. And we'll get this part done. Let's go ahead and place the guns right now. So let's take that gun there. And where are the other guns at? Oh, they're in the output, right? Yeah. Okay. So up here, we're going to put another cannon. And I guess it doesn't really matter what direction it's facing because they could come from anywhere. Well, let's face it out that direction. Okay, so that gets our cannon down. And then we were going to place, so we're just going to go 1 gun per side. So let's go back down here. And we're going to turn it this way, and then we were going up 7. Why 7? I'm not sure. That's just kind of how I did it. So, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. That's supposed to be a minigun, not a cannon. Now we got a cricket. A cricket trying to eat us. All right, and then here we're going to just put a couple more, whoops, a couple more support blocks. Probably not strictly necessary, but more for aesthetics than any other reason, I guess. Okay, how are we doing on our... switch back to this. Upgrade. Let's just keep doing the upgrades. Alright, well, you know what? We might as well... Hey! He's not hitting me, is he? We might as well upgrade these too. Because we can. Alright, we're finished with this tower. We gotta place one more gun on this one over here. And at some point I need to get all the rest of this concrete upgraded too. Because this is eventually going to be kind of like the garage of the tower. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Whoop, lost count. Try it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My drone, you know, doing the little phase out thing is making that hard. Yeah, see, it won't let me place another gun, so we are at our limit of guns we can have on this base. Okay. Let's go back to here and throw some more of that in there. And we'll upgrade this little base some more too. If for no other reason than it helps protect the main block underneath, which is the most important one. Oh, I guess we wrapped that all the way around, didn't we? Okay, we'll go back and do that again. And upgraded. We just have this one to upgrade. All right, there we go, guys. I'm going to get the rest of this pad upgraded too, to armored concrete. But before we do that, let's here. No, actually, before we. No, I'm gonna group everything because I don't remember which turrets are loaded, which ones aren't. So I'll just go through all of them, but I'll do that off camera. Apply to group. Okay, we are definitely well defended. I mean, we are as well defended as we can possibly be, at least in terms of the number of armaments that we can have on the base. What are we going to do next? Our base is now well defended. Okay, I probably need to make some more ammo. So the Xerax are going to get their ass handed to them when they try and attack us next. In fact, when is that going to be again? Less than 3 days. I thought I just said less than 2 days earlier. What the hell? Make up your mind, Xerax. So when that happens, yeah, they should go out in a blaze of glory for sure. So next steps are, you know, I don't want to throw a bunch of building out at you guys all at once, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, we need a garage. We need a place to park the ships. So, you know, especially if I start doing multiple vessels, I can't just have them all out in the open or they're going to take damage. So we need a place to park the ships. And that really means I need to keep working on this tower. That doesn't mean, you know, we're going to have 10 back-to-back building episodes either, but it is probably my highest priority and will affect, you know, what the several next episodes are going to be. But I'll try and break it up and not do, you know, all total building episodes too. Another thing I need to do, of course, is get an HV built, and I need to go back to Vardum, or the Dead Planet, and get our deconstructor and try and figure out how to bring that big old hunk of thing back here. We're probably, now that they've changed that the max warp speed is now only 30 meters per second, we probably could pull that off now. But that's something that I'm planning on doing off camera anyways, just because, you know, it's going to be me going to Vardam, picking it up, bringing it back. So that's not all that exciting, really. So I'll probably do that off camera. I want to do some exploration of this planet, and not necessarily from the air. One of the things that makes this such a cool environment is, you know, the jungles and the woods, and you can't really appreciate it unless you're down on the ground. And so I'm thinking of trying to make some type of, you know, expedition type of hover vessel where its main role is, you know, just exploration, and maybe hunting. You know, we could put some guns on it, we could kill critters, you know, bring back a bunch of meat, that sort of thing. And I do have in the workshop a hover vessel that I built, and that's exactly what it's designed to do. It's a hunting hover bike. I made this an Alpha 9, I think it was, for the express purpose at that time of hunting golems, you know, desert golems, because you still can, you know, in the right place, but you used to be able to just, you know, hunt those things and just get a shit ton of really high level ores in the very early game. And so that's what I built this for. And it's, you know, it's relatively small and compact, and it would be kind of like, you know, the Star Wars hoverbike idea on, you know, the moon of Endor going through the trees. You know, that just kind of appeals to me. And so I'm thinking I might bring that in and then, you know, get it upgraded however we have to work, you know, with the CPU limitations, and then just kind of, you know, have one or two, let's just explore the cool environment episodes, you know, and do a little hunting and exploration and that sort of thing. I also, you know, we also need to start doing POIs, but to do POIs, we need a shield, and this ship cannot handle a shield generator. I mean, I can't even put a shield generator by itself on here at tier 2. We have to be at least tier 3 before we can put a shield generator on an SV. And, you know, that means we need more points, we need more resources, and so that's not happening anytime soon. So we're going to have to come up with some way to loot POIs. And that might mean parking out of their gun range and tunneling to them and kind of cheesing them from the underground, which is fine. I mean, if that's the way we got to do it, that's the way we got to do it. It wouldn't be the first time for sure. So that's definitely coming up too, because we need to hit those POIs so we can start getting, you know, the resources that they have, and, you know, the XP and all that sort of thing. So anyways, guys, those are the things coming up. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.